I'm extremely excited. What I feel like is the program is extremely prepared. I feel very confident that and you've heard me say this now for a while, the underbelly of how we've tried to grow our program, things that people aren't aware of. It's not a win-loss thing. It's like, how do you run an organization? How do you build a culture? How do you act? How do you lift weights? How do you go into a video room? What do you do at practice? What do you do at shoot around? All those things. We've had 4 years as a consistent staff to work efficiently and purposefully. And that's what I get most excited about. We felt, and I've really felt it for the past year and a half mostly, that it can inherit, it can absorb talent. And the system will start to grow. That's my old home, like that's culture. And that's what we hope to build here, something that has a chance to experience annual success, not to be something that's gimmicky or tricky. We're not skipping steps, we're setting something up solid that will always revolve around development and relationships and growth of our players, elite world-class fitness. All those things morph into how I see the world and how I want to grow a program.
You mentioned the things, the growing pains that Markel and Ben could go through next year. Like any specific ideas of what that might be?
I mean, where do you begin? You know too. Like you start getting into the technical side of, let's just talk about defense. And you start talking about all the technical pieces that are involved with guarding something as simple as a pick and roll, and the stuff that falls behind it on how do you rotate, and in-game adjustments when it's not really working. Like my whole iterations when you make judgments is like, this is the game plan, now you got to do it harder, then you got to do it better, then I have to sub because they're not doing it, and then maybe it's on me to change whatever we're doing. And I think chronologically like that. And so those pieces, when you're educating a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old that have never played about NBA scheme schematically and making adjustments, that comes to mind. Then you go to the other side of the ball and you start having them recognize how teams are guarding them. What matchups are available? What does the clock say, time, score? How are we going to get Joel Embiid the ball? He's had gone 4 trips up and down the floor without a touch. Can't you feel his mood? Like the recognition of that. And so it goes all over the place on the court. And I haven't even talked about like navigating an NBA locker room and dealing with maybe a losing streak. How are you going to lead? Because apart from the skill package that we're talking about, now it gets to the mental side of it all. And like that's just the growth of a player. It's the growth of a person, a leader. Those 2 guys, are going to be dumped with a lot of responsibility. And I feel excited and equally as responsible to help them learn the NBA.